He's a little moldy.
A little moldy.
He's looking a little gone.
A little moldy.
Yeah. He's looking a little stiff there.
Speaking of mold,
Yeah.
that you guys read the comments about the body they found in St. Regis?
No, I did not.
I've been reading the comments on it.
No, what's it say?
I was reading the comments and wanted, like, how do we identify this person? Apparently he's been there for like, what, 30 years?
I don't know how long. They just said some years.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So one of the comments was, check his fingerprints.
Jum, 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 jum.
I want to sit in on that one. I want to see
Yeah.
how they fingerprint a fucking just bag of bones.
Right?
Yeah.
Doesn't CSI shoot it with water and they figure it out?
Oh, fuck.
I watched an episode.
One episode.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know how you could do that. Someone's really bad at burying.
Somebody, yeah, like, that's...
I'm serious, man. I kind of feel like they just said, let's do that tomorrow.
And then forgot?
Yeah, it just never came back. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
30 years ago.
You don't take lunch break on
Yeah,
a body.
yeah,
You
somebody just
fucking
went on
finish the
break.
job.
Somebody just went to a fucking, what was that bar called 30 years ago?
You know what's
Gardeners?
Gardeners.
You know
Somebody just went to
what's fucked up?
Gardeners for lunchtime and then just forgot to go back to work.
Yeah.
God.
You know what's fucked up are the people that lived around the cemetery be like, oh, for some reason our dog just loves going in there. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Every year, fucking stinks like dead bodies over here.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was wondering. It's like, this is the
Sewer.
first time they fucking
Sewer.
cleaned those ditches or what?
Where was it actually?
That's fucked up. The cemetery on top of the hill, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It was
Was
like
it like
along the side or something, right?
yeah, just like pushed off into the weeds somewhere.
Yeah. They said something like partially buried. So maybe like, I don't know.
Oh.
It got-
Partially
I think
buried?
that's what I heard. Yeah.
What kind of gypsy shit is this? It's just the fucking head up?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe like the mud came up and it rose.
Fucking ass up. It's fucking terrible though.
I mean, yeah.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Aboriginal Outlaws from Akwesasne. I am Wilbur Sunday.
Johnny B.
I'm Joshua.
And to keep the alliteration going, because this is quite awesome, I love that we have this fella on. We've been hoping to have him on for a while, and we finally got him. We got him alone. He didn't have to come with the big dark man. With the dark side of the moon.
Beware of the dark man.
Ladies and gentlemen, man, introducing Harvey Herne. What's up, fella?
What up?
Hey.
It's good to finally have you on, man. So, what's new?
Right away. A loaded question. Huh?
Yeah.
There you go. I'm glad you could find a shirt there.
I bought some. I
We
bought
got some
nails.
fucking gigolo on the show. It just looks like your uncle at the powwow trying to get aunties.
There you go. It's never failed me before.
There you go.
There you go. Show a little skin and they're like coming.
This guy is closed, okay?
Yeah.
He is slayed, all right?
Yeah.
They see a little sweat and they say, "There's a worker." Keep her.
He can fix my gutters.
Right. Huh?
Don't let him fool you. It took him 10 years for his boots to look that dirty. No, I'm kidding.
There's a story right there. I'll tell you.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I just bought new diehards. I got out of ironworking. I went into a rehab and they kind of kept me there. So I said, well, I don't need the Red Wings anymore. So I bought diehards. So don't I get an iron worker? He comes in and he's like, who the fuck is this guy? He ain't no iron worker. Look at, he's got fucking diehards on. They're only like a week old, huh? Just give me a chance, man. Yeah. Give me a chance.
Hey, diehards have that lifetime guarantee. You just bring them back every 18 months, right?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. That's why Sears went out of business. Too many diehard guarantees.
I tried that. They said no.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck them.
I think maybe they saw your address and they were like,
He might use these.
I see this as a federal case, and I'm just gonna. I don't feel like taking this all the way to Washington with this Indian in his boots. And I still want it tax free, damn it. So, how's
Of
the
course.
store? How's the store?
Well, I ain't opened yet.
Oh,
Oh, you're opening a store?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Someday when I grow up.
I'm sorry. Did I let the cat out of the bag?
Not really.
Okay.
What kind of?
I mean, there's a big sign in front. My bad.
That's the wrong building now. The store's on the other side.
That's why it's not. That's why it's not doing good. It's
Right. You go across the road.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna pay somebody to fucking move the sign over.
He's just looking out the window. For some reason, strangers keep going next door.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey,
Anyway.
over here. Over here.
Well, Doug was asked, the sign will be this big.
There you go. I just put up a couple signs myself.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Apparently, people just think they can just go check out my house.
Fucking winded him too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you got a little tires swinging that little.
Oh, so
that
people
little hammer.
are sitting in your driveway smoking up?
No, they legit showed up
Walk around
and
his
thought
house.
they could just go in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why the fuck didn't your dad walk over with the gun? I'm like, what the hell? So I'm thinking I got to get a gun now.
Of course.
Yeah.
man.
That makes sense. That totally makes sense.
It may just be decoration, but
That close to the tribal building, you're gonna fucking need it.
Yeah. No, I think day one he's gonna shoot the tribal building. Just he's not even gonna be on purpose. He's just gonna be like, "Yeah, this is cool."
Oh shit! There goes
I said
that
I'm
top
getting a
window.
gun. I didn't say I'm getting bullets. It's a fucking mind power, okay?
There you go. There you go.
That's it. As long as you see something dangerous, you think there's danger.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
You gotta have the warning shot.
Right.
Gotta have the
Yeah,
warning
it's the
shot.
one.
Yeah.
Sure. Then that'll just be birdshot then.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll use the Cheney argument and be like, why? It just grazed him. Fine. Just peppered him a little bit.
So people were walking around your new house.
Yeah.
That's weird.
No, and it's like some dude actually was like trying to open the door.
Oh yeah.
And like my wife and father-in-law went over and just like, can I help you? He was like, wow, it's so nice. I just wanted to look at it.
That's so weird.
I can't wait till that fuck gets a house. Then I can just show up and be like, just trying to open it. Like, yeah, it's so nice. I just wanted to go in and look.
Oh, this is Akwesasne. He's gonna get the same house.
Right?
It'll be exactly the same.
Ouch. Ouch.
Find out where he lives now.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be over on the fucking, the water, where the treatment plant is down there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going to be over there.
Because I want to live next to where they treat water. That must smell great.
Doesn't. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
New York City, I worked on a ship plant down there, one of
Yeah.
the biggest ones in
Oh, yeah.
the whole city. And
Smell like it.
when the wind comes the right way, man, it gags you.
I bet.
You don't want that. You want to be on the other end where they say you can piss in it over here,
Yeah.
then you can drink it over here. So
Oh,
you want to
nice.
be on that.
On the drinking side, not on the
Yeah,
pissing
yeah,
side.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason, every spring my hair gets really nice and bleached. Just from the air.
Yeah. The whites are so
Oh, you're
white.
in Racket. Where all the Dross plant and
Oh, yeah.
the old Chevy plant
Yeah.
and all that there. So
Yeah.
No wonder why they keep seeing shit in Racket. That's
Right.
not. Those aren't fucking skinwalkers. Those are actually people.
Yeah.
They're just all fucked up from the chemicals.
Right? It's just cancer.
It's kids.
Fucking tumors.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Thought it was a Wendigo. No, it's a dog with cancer.
So Harvey, a lot of people, they really hold you in high regard, and to our listeners that aren't familiar with you, like how would people have seen you? Like I personally have seen you. I seen you do some public speaking long before I met you. I think it was for the. They had a thing at the racetrack for. She died of leukemia, I think.
right.
Or maybe it was a consent day or something. It was one of
Consent
those.
or cancer? It started with a C.
Consent there.
No, it was for. No, I've been to two events they had at the racetrack,
Yeah.
and I'm having a hard time remembering which one I saw you speak at, but I remember it had an impact on me. So just you're involved in some programs and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
Like I mentioned earlier with this dude coming in as an iron worker and taking issue with my diehards. So I always say I went into rehab some years ago, and I finally got out. after 22 years of being there.
Finally got out of rehab.
I finally passed.
That's all it took was 22 years.
Yeah. Slow learner. So I'm involved with addictions and culture. So what I found out is that our culture coincides with addictions, and it has everything. So these 12-step programs and all this stuff is actually in our culture. And man, light bulb hit me one day, and I'm like, shit, it's right here. So even that traditional teachings book, that thin one, it's a simple read.
Yeah.
But in there, it talks about it and what we could have done about it. But of course, I was out playing, getting drunk and disorderly. So I never put it together till years later when I sobered up and checked it out. And took a little while, but I figured it out. So I've been teaching, putting culture out, and I go around, do different talks and workshops with those kind of things connected to each other. So I formulated a program that actually goes from the drunk and disorderly and claiming back our spirit and dealing with our traumas and all those things to just to be okay. That's all my whole thing was, is just to be okay. I wanted to stand myself again. And now I sleep with myself daily. Nightly, I should say.
Yeah.
There you go.
And don't have issue.
So one of the first things that I noticed about you, and this is what made me fall in love with you, honestly, was is that this is like, I think my fourth or fifth time, I'm not gonna lie, fourth or fifth time getting sober. My longest.
So you're getting good at it.
Yes, this is my longest time being sober.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I have had to deal with several different characters. And the thing is that I notice is that a lot of newly sober people, they get preachy as fuck.
God, they're sick.
Oh my
Especially
God.
Punjabi, fuck's sakes.
What a big fucking douche that guy is.
I know, what a guy.
Yeah, God.
Can't
We
shut up
love
about
you,
it.
Mujabi, you big fucking John Coffey looking motherfucker.
He just missed the shot on the 10th hole.
Yeah.
Felt a disturbance in the wind, you know.
Just wait till he gives you a sermon on fucking ego.
Oh man, he's always throwing that shit in my face.
I love newbies.
So the fact that you didn't, you weren't fucking, oh, you know, I was just like, oh, thank goodness, holy shit, you know, because I really can't stand that. If anything, that was probably a lot of the shit that made me go back to drinking.
All right.
Was just like, you know, was my fucking sponsor, that was always just like, okay, then why'd you decide to grab the ketchup today? It's like, do you ever think about it? It's like, fucking hey, I just want ketchup. You know, why's it gotta go back to when my fucking dad didn't pick me up to go to fucking bowling? You know, Jesus Christ. You know?
Well, you ruled that out anyway, so that's good. That's progress. That's progress.
So that sounds like an abandonment issue. Let's dig in deep.
Absolutely.
Shut the fuck up, man. Of course I got abandonment issues.
He was
here.
on to something.
I think technically we all got abandonment issues.
Right.
Just some of us deal with it better. Some of us thank God every day that we were abandoned.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
We could have been more fucked up than we are now, you know.
That is true.
I just got abandonment. I wasn't touched.
Oh,
One of the lucky ones. Huh?
Yeah, I know, right?
you must have been an ugly kid.
I
then.
think so. I think that's what it was.
Very ugly.
That priest was like, nope.
Oh, man. These are jokes, people. Jokes. This is a comedy
Look,
podcast.
it's 106 episodes. If you're in this deep, fuck off.
Like a preacher just going around, duck.
Hey, tell you what. If you fucking get mad, be a goddamn adult and change the channel. Fuck you and
Did
your
you-
mother.
Or send any one of us your some hate mail. That way we can just fucking laugh about you.
Yeah, we go to your house and throw dead animals in your
On
yard.
the next episode.
That'd be crazy if someone actually put in the effort to write a letter
Right.
and mail it.
Dear guys who brand themselves as outlaws, you said mean things that make me feel weird. And instead of just moving on, I'm going to make a big deal out of it because I have no life and I'm kind of a loser. And my ego controls everything. Does that cover it?
Yeah.
Only the kinda. I think.
Kinda.
Yeah, that
Kinda.
was. You asked them to do better. That was better.
Yeah,
Kinda.
kind of.
There you go.
Harvey's known me for a long time. I've grown.
Not straight up. No grease. I mean, you know, he was a little gentle.
Yeah. I used to be way more hardcore than this.
he licked it for one.
Yeah. Josh Gento.
So how would you say I'd have to approach Mr. Sargent here with that trauma-informed care?
I teach that.
Yeah, right. The first thing is
You teach it, you don't preach it.
you can't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about you then.
Thank you.
There.
No, it's not him. It's the action,
Yes.
the behavior. He's a lovable chap. Mm-hmm. So, he threw up in his mouth.
Yeah.
I did not throw up, I fucking giggled.
I am very.
Did you ever think of Josh as a lovable chap?
I've never thought of Josh as a chap. He's
He's a gentlemanly man with a smoking jacket.
one of those dapper gentlemen.
I wear chaps.
It could happen. It could happen.
I could wear chaps on my motorcycle.
Anyway, continue with the trauma-informed care.
Well, that's it. Just don't take it personal.
Yeah,
That's all. It's that simple.
it's a girl with thick skin.
We got a brain that calculates all this shit with these synapses and fucking neurotransmitters and all this stuff that tells us one way or the other. And that comes from our memory, just like the computer. It's got all these gigabytes and all this shit stored up in there. So whether you remember it or not, it's in your jughead. And something triggers it. Mm-hmm. And then when it triggers it, it goes, ooh, you must have meant this because my memory says this 50 times that this is what happened. Mm-hmm. And that's it. So we go on it, and it's not even real. It's not true. The bullshit in our head is 99% lies. So we got to follow our heart. Is it real or not? Then we ask ourselves, is it any of my fucking business? Okay. That takes away 75% of our fucking problems. Worried about what other people are fucking doing.
You mean if people just mind their fucking business, they'll be way happier?
Oh, yeah. That's why I tell my kids all the time, I don't know when I'm going to get dementia. Because I don't carry a lot of shit from yesterday. Because I don't care. Mm-hmm. I dump it out. Then somebody says, hey, remember yesterday what we had for lunch? Nope, no fucking clue. Got rid of it already. Deleted it.
You already have dementia.
Yeah, I could be. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't even remember eating with you yesterday, motherfucker.
That sounds like the way to live, man. Just dump out what happened today before you go into tomorrow.
So how many days do you wait before you take a shit?
John, about 5.
For 2 weeks.
That's more of a John question.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah, see, you're carrying too much shit. That's
There
why
you go.
you're not healthy.
Really?
Yeah, let her go, man.
I think I'm pretty healthy as is, but
Right.
yeah.
Quit carrying shit.
I mean, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
you look healthy.
Yeah, like X-Lax. I'll
I
stop
don't know.
by,
I
get
think
some
your
laxative.
late nights are
On
starting
the
to
way
wear.
home, I'll stop by and get some laxatives, you know.
And I can't get over how we're starting to look like fucking twins here. You look like the one that just got darker, and then there's me.
It's a before and after picture.
And Ivory.
It's like when a couple's been together for a long time, they start to look like one another.
Then the dog.
You know that, John? We've been friends too long.
We get extra set on opposite sides.
Yeah.
We gotta start fucking being mean to each other.
I can't be mean to you, man.
'Cause you'll
It's gonna-
cry.
It's gonna hurt my feelings.
I'm getting better.
Okay, good.
Getting better.
He is. He is
Getting better.
Yeah.
I'm getting better. Because I found that if I pick on myself first, then you kind of just like, yeah, you are dumb. And I'm like, I know, I already said that. And then you're like, all right, well, just make fun of something else. And I'm like, oh, thank God.
That's you want to stop somebody, say okay.
Yeah.
Just say okay. Fuck, you're an idiot and this, that. Say, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And we want to say, yeah, but, and defend
Right.
ourselves. Again,
Right.
the jughead kicks in and says that we got to defend ourselves. And who the fuck made that rule?
Right.
I like how he keeps saying Jughead.
Jughead. I like
Someone
Jughead.
loves Archie here.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with Archie.
Yeah.
It's got to do with the God-given right to be a man
Yeah.
and to being stupid.
Right.
And I exercise my right often.
I'm a cis.
Cheers to that, fellas.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I'm a cis heterosexual man, and I have the right to fall off this ladder.
Absolutely.
It's my duty.
If something's too heavy, just bitch about your back tomorrow. Be a man.
Be a fucking man. Lift it up anyways. Hurt yourself.
If you can't fix something, throw a fucking wrench across the room. Be a man.
If they were really your friends, they would help you without you asking.
True that. That's why nobody fucking helps me.
Yeah.
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Hey, you got a minute? Oh no, you got 36 things to do. Okay.
I think Josh is getting colleague and friend mixed up here.
There's a fucking big line between work friends
Yeah.
and actual friends.
Yeah.
We're like work friends over here. Yeah, we're work buddies over here.
We're just
Yeah.
fucking with
Yeah.
you, buddy.
Yeah.
Ask me to help you with your roof one more time. I'm gonna tell you straight up, get fucked.
I take one look at you and I don't see ladder in your future.
Yeah. I mean, I'll hold it. I'm a hell of a fucking ladder holder.
Yeah.
I'll hold that ladder for you when you're going up here.
Yeah.
And I'll just stay on the ground.
Yeah. Anchor.
Yeah.
Anchor. Maybe you hand something. About
Yeah.
That, about that.
No. You lower the rope. I'll tie it to the
That
rope
is
and
way
pull it
too
up.
much.
Yeah.
This high.
You know what he is? We put all the shit in the truck, and he drives the truck.
There
That's
you go.
it.
There you go.
He's the
Wheelman.
he'll drive it.
Crane
over.
operator.
Yeah.
Designated, they call that. Right?
Exactly.
I'm a hell of a wheelman.
That's awesome.
And I shouldn't be
man.
driving, but I'm still a hell of a wheelman.
There you go. There you go. So, what made you? I know this is a loaded question too. What made you want to start working with the addicts there?
Oh, you work for addicts?
Oh yeah.
He already said that.
Okay.
He said
I-
22 years to leave rehab.
Right. Oh, that's a patient. I see. I thought you sold sports memorabilia.
That's the side gig. That's the side gig. That's where to keep the sanity go around. And,
That's the passion. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you had to do work though.
Right.
Don't we all have to do work? Yeah.
I think that's the only time, really, like say I'm going up to Cattaraugus in a couple of weeks, I think, and people that remember me from the PH, they come up and they'll let me know, hey, I got 8 years, hey, I got 20 years, hey, I got 3 years.
For our listeners though that don't know slang for PH, that's Partridge House here in Akwesasne. That's our rehab center. And I actually work there.
I do occasionally too.
I know. I never see you because I work nights.
Heaven help us.
I get to see him. I get to see him when he's outside having a smoke first thing in the morning.
I get to see when he mows the fucking lawn when I'm trying to teach yoga.
Just spitting grass.
Good on you. Good on.
Okay, breathe in.
Exactly.
I wait for those
The
moments.
fucked up thing is, he knows the schedule.
Yeah.
He's on the schedule.
Yeah.
So he knows when you, 10 o'clock, I think Josh is going to be.
He probably has that same smile on his face too when he's riding by on
Oh,
that
nothing
mower,
makes
huh?
a Mohawk man happier than mowing a lawn. As long as you can sit on the mower.
Speaking of smiles, how did you lose that tooth? Your ex? Is
Wow.
that the cast iron story?
No, that one's not.
No?
No.
Well, are you willing to share it, or is it really
Probably bacon.
bacon?
Crispy bacon.
Jesus Christ.
And this is crunchy, and it's like, holy frick, that's my tooth.
For our listeners that don't understand the slang, bacon around here is fat women. No, kidding.
Oh, there's another song right there, right?
We just got that side pork.
Keeping warm in the winter.
There you go.
There you go. I'm keeping warm right now. I'm still sweating. You know, a fat guy don't stop sweating for
That's
like
right.
an hour and a half.
That's right.
I think this guy's been sweating all day. The first thing he did when he jumped in my truck was turn my AC on.
Yeah, full blast.
No, I did not.
There's no AC like truck AC
I
though.
didn't.
Truck AC is like
What's up? He reached over me too and started pulling all the windows up. Hit the AC button.
You are so full of shit. This guy's a fucking liar. That's it. I'm not talking anymore.
all right, Harvey, it's your turn.
Didn't take much, huh? Starting to understand your pain.
Really? You got over a year of material with me talking about my pain. They want to name the bridge after me. What are you talking about?
I figured they'd name an injury after you.
Right.
There you go.
Like fall down and crack your tailbone. You got a will.
No,
Why do I have to have the sore ass?
no.
injury?
When you air kick your fucking your headboard in your bedroom,
Right.
and break your fucking pinky toe. That's the sugar bear.
Yeah.
That's the sugar bear fucking sprain right there. The sugar bear sprain.
Anytime you break your toe in a stupid way, that's the sugar bear.
Exercising your right.
Right.
Yeah. To be a stupid man. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah. So how much experience do you have of being a stupid man, Harvey?
Jeez, 60-something years.
No shit.
Uh,
You got any awesome memories you'd like to share with us?
ooh.
Nothing too incriminating here. But remember, statute of limitation is 10 years. So, if you did something bad in Oklahoma, I think you'll be okay.
Unless it's homicide. That doesn't have a
Right,
statute.
right.
Ah, damn it!
One simple one was just coming home from Virginia. We just got in the car, headed back here. And I just scored a little bit of bud from one of the crane operators, right? And I turn as I'm lighting. State troopers on side of me. 3 of them fuckers are in the car. And I look, they look, and I throw it down, and I go to hit the exit, and I'm thinking, fuck it, I'm going for it. Fucking cars let them right in and block me right off. I thought I was on a res. I'd get some help, you know. Didn't happen. So I got taken to jail
Oh, yeah.
in Washington, D.C. And,
Where weed is not legal.
yeah. Found that out. I'm like, it's only not even bigger than my thumb. What the
Right.
hell? And I had to, when I got in front of the judge, which I was lucky, otherwise they said I would have had to stay in jail for the week and a. And as I'm talking to the judge, my buddy said he's ready to cuff me because I'm going, whatever, this, that, you know, being me. Then all of a sudden it dawned on me, I better be nice to this judge because he's ready to put me in jail. So I start saying sir and all that shit. So I had to raise my right hand and swear I'd be back and come for the court date. And I said, yes, sir, no problem. Then he was going to give me like $100 fine right there to come back. And I'm like, so I only got a couple hundred on me. I got to go to New York, come back, and now that. So he let me go on my own reconnaissance. And I got out of there, and my buddy's like, I was going to fucking hit you myself right in that courtroom because you're so freaking arrogant. I'm like, well, he ruined my buzz, that fucker, you know?
An arrogant Mohawk man? No.
Hard ball and high rolling connector on top of it.
Really? Tell us about iron.
You're telling me we have a history of not shutting the fuck up when we should? No.
Oh, I have the right to remain silent, but I don't have the ability. I like that one, boy. I exercise that one often. Even today, it's hard.
So yeah, to kind of piggyback on what Josh was trying to say, you were an iron worker for years, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you liked it?
Oh, yeah. It was awesome.
Where'd you work?
Oh, Cincinnati, Virginia, around here a little bit, the Toronto,
Licking my
Ottawa, West Virginia, West by God, Virginia. You gotta say.
Oh, my God.
It was awesome experience, but I wish I wasn't drunk through the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Just some of the shit, man. It went with the territory. I was down in Brooklyn. I was down in Harlem. I used to go out in Harlem and try to get weed and different things, and I'd be walking down, looking around, going, "Fuck, this is a good place for a murder." I'd start walking real fast, getting back to the car and sit on. A lot of those instances is what got me into rehab because, you know, getting a DWI, and then they highly suggest going to rehab.
Oh, yeah.
Then I went back, I took the assessment, then when I started working, I went back, looked at my assessment, and I told my counselor I lied on all these questions, you know. He goes, yeah, we know. That's why we told you got to go inside. Huh? He said, we can see you sitting there doing your homework, smoking a joint, going, fuck, this is going to be easy. Nothing to it.
So what made you want to get sober?
Suicidal. Got sick and tired of being sick and tired, man. Did some stupid shit and lost a lot of shit and nobody was hanging out with me anymore. You know, I had to go to farther places, darker places to.
Like Harlem?
Yeah, that was one of them. Or Sugar Bush.
It's pretty fucking dark down Sugar Bush.
No streetlights.
Don't I know it? Jesus
No
Christ.
paved roads.
That is fucking rural, dark ass fucking country, fucking dark.
And it's even grew since when I was back in there, you know, 30 years ago and shit. It's nothing like coming out of a place and not knowing where your car is and whatever, you know, just.
You could fall in anything. Yeah.
Right. I picked the only street sign in the fucking whole mall parking lot. Not on purpose, you know.
Yeah.
Just drunk and started fighting with the guy driving, wrestling over the wheel and shit, and we were doing donuts, and all of a sudden we just fucking smashed right into the light pole. They called the cops and shit, you know.
Nice.
Nice. The two of you share that, light poles.
Nice. Light poles.
Yeah, you.
I've struck up, but I was sober though.
Yeah.
The only time I ever hit a telephone pole was sober.
Yeah.
Coming back from work.
Oh, I feel left out. I've never hit a
Yeah.
telephone pole. All you guys have.
Working 16-hour days on the windmills up in Altona.
Yes.
We were working 16-hour days, fucking 7 days a week.
Ah.
I think I lasted about 2 months, and then I was
Right.
like, I was actually planning on not showing up to work the next day because I just got off the phone with some friends. Yo, get ready. I'm going home. We're going to get dressed. We're going to go out. And I got off the phone with one of my buddies, and like a minute later,
Oh, no.
yeah, just right behind him,
Yeah.
jumped the fucking curb. And, oh, man, there's that fucking telephone.
Oh, shit.
Was it the heat in the car?
Yeah, because it was probably around December.
Right?
Yeah,
Is
'cause
that-
I had the fucking heat going.
Yeah.
And, yeah, because one of the persons I talked to said, you should just stay on the phone with me.
Yeah.
I wasn't tired when I was talking to you. I hung up the phone and fucking head just dropped.
Yeah. Commuted to Plattsburgh a lot, and as soon as you get back in the car coming home, your car hearts and everything, you
Yeah.
crank that fucking
Oh,
heat.
yeah.
Next thing I know, it's like, holy Christ.
Yeah.
You know? Put the windows on, the heat full blast.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, when you work that many hours for without a day off, it
Right.
slowly takes its toll on you.
Yeah.
And it was just, it was just my night.
Right.
But thank God I was one of the first people to leave the job site because all the other guys I was working with were like right behind me.
Yeah.
Had seen me hit that fucking pole.
Once you were all right, did they make fun of
Yeah. I was more pissed because I was young.
Yeah.
I was like 21, 22.
you? Yeah.
And I was like just pissed. I was like, fuck, I can't believe I fell asleep behind the wheel. Who fucking does that? What the fuck? I'm young. I can't be fucking falling asleep driving. I was like pissed. Got out of the car. I was
Dad
like,
does.
yeah. I got out of the car. I was like, fuck. I was in Constable.
Are you the type of dad that kind of dozes off at the wheel a little bit? And then your son's like, hey, and you're like, hey, fuck off, I'm good.
No.
You're not that kind of dad.
I'm always watching the other guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love driving, man. I worked in North Dakota, and that was like a 24-hour turnaround straight, and I used to drive that. Minnesota, used to drive that, do the whole gig myself, you know. Because I don't fucking trust anybody else either. When I'm in control, then I got it all, right? So I don't fly.
My dad was a notorious dozer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fucking. He even tried lying and say it was just a long blink. I said, no, Dad, you fucking fell asleep. We were hitting rumble strips.
Right?
Yeah, my dad does that too. Like even when he's
Hey,
not
holy
driving.
shit! The guy from The Outsiders.
Even when he's not driving, like I remember I was leaving Syracuse with my dad, and he drove up. So I'm like, I'll drive back, Pop, so you can sleep. And he falls asleep. And as we're going down the fucking highway, this guy has a dream that I'm going off the road. So he wakes up in a panic and just jerks the wheel. Like, what the fuck are you doing, Pop? It's like, oh, I had a dream you were going off the road. So you wake up and just jerk the fucking wheel? The fuck?
He was saving your life, dude.
It's a scary scenario though when the guy sleeping just wakes up and just fucking pulls your steering wheel down. And your car just, oh shit. Yeah. It's scary.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the videos where they wake the person up. One guy's sleeping and all his friends are just waiting. ah! And he starts screaming. The guy wakes up and it scared the shit out of him. I want to do that to somebody. We gotta go on a road trip.
Yeah.
The first one to fall asleep, that's gonna happen too.
I always want to do that scene. If you've ever watched a movie called Out Cold,
Oh, I still haven't seen that one.
where their buddy they're out drinking and they put their passed out buddy in the driver's seat of a car, and then they push the car out on the ice and they start spinning the car and then they jump in it and they start screaming and this guy's in the driver's seat and he thinks he's losing it. He wakes up and he's like, "Oh shit, I got it, guys." Meanwhile, the car's just spinning in one spot.
Would that be an effective way to do an intervention?
You should watch it.
Yeah. Just that scene.
It's an older movie.
Yeah.
If you like Zach Galifianakis, it's one of his
I do.
earlier films.
I do.
I was with a guy in New York City on Long Island. We come out of this bar and I was throwing donuts. And he kind of jumps up and he goes, "Holy shit, I almost passed out." I said, "How you figure?" He goes, "Everything was spinning." I start laughing. I said, "I was doing donuts." "Oh," he says, "Oh, shit, okay." He says, "I thought I was passed out."
How often in like, when you're in recovery or you're doing like culture stuff, everyone's about to fire, does the conversation always turn into drinking stories?
Not as often as you think.
Yeah.
Yeah. In those kinds of scenarios, we're a lot more respectful and teaching the new guys how to be more respectful. Because if it's a sweat fire,
Well,
there's
yeah.
grandfathers
Yeah,
and
yeah.
grandmothers in there, those suckers explode. They'll go right by your head to
Yeah,
give you
yeah.
a warning shot,
Yeah.
you know. So we tell them, "You're talking stupid," you know.
Right.
So have a little more respect. But it some of that times, like for me, it's telling the story. They call that experience, strength, and hope. So I'm sharing that, and say the new guys are more egotistical about it, like really glamorizing it,
Yeah.
instead of keeping it to the truth of saying, "Well, that was fucked up," back
Right,
then,"
right.
you know, instead
Yeah.
of it was a happy ending, and we
Yeah.
all made it home.
We
Safe.
made it home. Well, most of us.
What the hell more you want?
Most of us made it. Oh,
That
Johnny's
was a
still
good
missing a
day.
finger. But so, how did you get into culture? Like, what? It was to recovery. What was like your path there?
Well, I lived on side of the old man Jimmy Thompson, so that was Loran, Paul, Leslie, and that family. So they were taking me to the old Longhouse building in Huggan back when I was like 10, 11, 12. Where the socials used to be at like 8 o'clock at night, and they'd go to midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, till I made it into high school. When I got into high school, I start catching the pitching game in Huggan instead of at the Four Corners instead of there. So I used that as an excuse.
Oh yeah.
So I was chasing this one girl that, meet me there. So that's how I found out about that whole scenario. And it was way more fun than responsibilities. So it was, I'll go play. So I never looked back for 20 years. And then all roads led to rehab.
Right.
I'm like a freaking genius, and I ended up in fucking rehab, and I couldn't figure it out. I feel like Dr. What is it, Heckle?
Jekyll.
I like, okay, I'm only gonna have a light beer. I'm only gonna do this. I'm only gonna smoke this, and then I'm gonna snort this to wake back up, and then everything's gonna be fine. And fuck, next thing I know, I'm naked singing on a windmill, going, "What? Whose wine? What wine? Where the hell did I dine?" You know. And I went to try all these things, like when I'm out there ironwork and say West Virginia, they all want Jack Daniels.
Right.
Because you can take liquor into it's a dry state. So they got this watered down beer. They call it 3-2 beer or something like that, which is like not even real beer. But you can take whiskey in. So you're,
Yeah.
guzzling that and using the...
That's where they make it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few states that are like that. So we could drive over to Virginia where they had real beer and stock up on cases and bring it back.
For the longest time, New York, we were blue. We had the blue law, right?
I have no clue.
The blue law was they did not sell any alcohol whatsoever on Sunday or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Right, the law on the res just got rescinded to not serving Indians. That's been in effect for so freaking long until finally somebody got it and they fought it. I don't know if they won it or what, but I know that was an actual written law for like 50 years. That's why there was nothing on the rest. So the shafts that's on disputed land, so they opened up, and then was Eagles, I guess.
Also on disputed
Catlocks,
land.
Yeah, on disputed land. And then Henry's, that was Pat and Ray's.
Yeah.
Up by in Roosevelt. So they were all off. That's where the point, because they were on neither place claimed it. USA dismissed it and Canada dismissed it. So that's why that was a bootleg place. So in the day when Vera's and Josie's opened up and tried to do it, that's why they got so much slack, because that law was actually still on the books. So that created a big thing.
Well, the Canadians said it was part of the Indian Act too. You couldn't serve alcohol to Indians.
Right.
And they couldn't play pool. We couldn't go into a pool hall.
Right.
That was in the Indian Act. You can still read it.
Huh.
Yeah. Indians weren't allowed in pool halls.
No shit.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Too good at it. Fucking good at it. A bunch of sharks. Turns out we're good with sticks.
So you have a couple decades in the game here, working with people with addictions and stuff, and helping them along with their journey and whatnot, and also having one of your own. I'm curious, what is the most rewarding part, do you feel, for yourself with all this?
Simple is those aha moments. When somebody gets it, holy shit, that's what you're fucking talking about. That's probably the quickest one. But it's still the ones, like I say, when I'm traveling and they come up and they, hey, Harvey. I went to a meeting and it was quiet. I was in Salamanca. All of a sudden, this girl yells out, Harvey Herne, is that you? Holy shit. And it was just as loud as can be. And I said, yeah, and got to meet. So she introduced me to some of the regulars over there and stuff. So that gave me some self-satisfaction of, because that's what I go by. You know, if I can help one person to stay sober for any length of time, that's the gift. That's the gift, and then I'm doing it. But I still stumble over the ones that don't, and I know it's them. It's up to them to really make the effort or not, because it's a choice. And people talk, well, I'm on probation. You still got a choice. You can choose to go to report when you're supposed to. You can choose to be clean, not hang around with derelicts and all that shit they tell you, right? Or you can choose not to. And then you get violated back to the pen. But still, you're free to make that decision. Just as simple as speeding. I choose to speed, I get a ticket. I can't bitch at that cop no more. I always did, but I can't do it no more because that's me. If I don't want a speeding ticket, don't fucking speed, asshole.
Simple.
Or don't stop the car.
Nah, that don't work. You get a shitload of those things.
Try to make it to Canada. Try to make it in the Sni.
Make sure you have your hand grenades.
Make sure you got a couple of hand grenades on you. That didn't help either. Still got arrested.
You should have thrown them. Get down, motherfuckers!
Yeah, I was sitting when I was at the tribal station. I should have just jumped out of the car and like pulled the pin and just rolled it under the fucking tribal car, just to see them fucking scatter. But
I mean, it was a dummy, right?
yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it was a real grenade. It just wasn't live. They pull all the guts out of it and shit.
Yeah. These have Spencer's.
Yeah, I think I remember fucking Lieutenant Dan's.
Yes.
When it was right in Hoogan.
Yes.
Yeah, right there. I think that's where I bought like a whole fucking case of them. Just handed them out to random
Play
people.
football with it.
Yeah, here you go. And then
Halloween.
Yeah, I just had a couple laying around in my car. I totally forgot we're in there. And decided to run that checkpoint that one day.
And that's why John's sober.
Well, sooner or later, we have to get it.
I mean.
This ain't working. You know, that's the insanity of it, doing that same thing over. Because I'd move to another state and do it over. Then I go to another state. You know, I got escorted out of 2 or 3. One I can't go back to.
Oh, really? Which state's that?
I can't tell you. Actually, it's Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky.
Yeah, they didn't.
One you don't want to go to anyway.
Right. I go through it about 5 miles over the speed limit.
Yeah.
They
I'm
do
pretty sure
have
the statute
the
of
best
limitations.
bourbon, though. Is that why you couldn't behave in that town?
Nah, it was way more than this bourbon as far as that went.
Pussy. Gotcha. So, again, because you've been at this for many decades here and have helped for countless people, like several that, you know, it would be too hard for even just one person to remember, but you're not just, you know, any normal one person. So that means you've had to hear all the lies.
Mm-hmm.
So I would imagine you have it down good.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know them all. What are some of the best, dead giveaways where you're like, this guy's fucking full of shit. He's still using. He's still using. He's still stealing from grandma.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes, how can I hide it?
I mean it this time.
I just mean like more for our listeners that, maybe they see their brother acting like that or a cousin and be like, okay, this is the time when you're going to come in and this person needs help.
The big thing is the
Well,
seven
what are the big
phases.
lies?
The 7 phases of denial. So you got rationalization. It's the yeah buts, and the if onlys.
Yeah, but I only do it on the weekend.
Right. And if
Yeah, but
only
my bills are paid.
Yeah, all that anything after but is bullshit. So that's like guaranteed.
Yeah, but I'll work out next week.
Yeah, yeah, bullshit. The body language and because my counselor, I used to say that. How the fuck do you know? And he just go like that. Now that I've been in it this long, I said, now I know why he always was like, he always busted me and shit like that because he knew. Because after a while, the whole body language, the eyes, the attitudes, and I try to purposely act nervous when I tell a story just to throw people off. It'd be like lie with everything in a lie detector, so there'd be no baseline.
Actually, with a lie detector, it's pinching your ass.
Is it?
Like squeezing your ass
Yeah.
cheeks raw. So right now, you're squeezing your ass.
Yeah. Lie detectors aren't admissible in court either because they're so easy to fuck with. And they're kind of arbitrary.
Well, plus, if it's not fucking calibrated, you're going to have grandma even trip that one. They're like, this 93-year-old woman had something to do with the murder. Like, yeah, okay, help yourself.
That's a lot of hoops to jump through to be in denial, right?
Yeah.
Wait a
But
minute.
it comes so naturally.
The other lies. What are the other lies? You got the yeah buts.
Blame is probably number one. Blame. If my wife
I'm
didn't
like
come
this
back,
because of my dad.
right?
Yeah.
All those things. And there's a victim stance. There's the perp, then there's a victim, and then we get stuck in victim stance because we want to play that because that's where we get attention. So that's where you're talking about trauma-informed care goes back to that child. What did we do to get that bottle at 1.5 to 2 years old? Throw a tantrum. Shut up. Here, give a bottle, pacifier, nipple,
Titty.
whatever. Yeah.
I still do that for Titty.
So it shuts them up, right? So now
You're not funny, Josh.
You shut up, Will.
we're going.
This is all for you.
We're going back to that. Now that
All
we're
right,
say
here's
21, that 21, we still act up and throw that tantrum. We just do it in a different way. But we still want our bottle. Fuck, they took away the bottle again, right?
Yeah.
They took it away again. What the fuck? Don't you know?
Myself in the face with this fucking thing.
I don't mean to fuck up your
Sometimes you
story.
just gotta be blunt like that, man.
Yeah.
That chuckle me. That fucking tickled me just right. I'm sorry. Yeah. The nipple. Yeah.
Nipples.
Back to the nipples.
Back to nipples.
But that's the blame. If it was my boss, it was the sun was too hot. It wasn't hot enough. It came up. It went down. It's raining. It's not. It don't fucking matter, right? But it's the excuse.
Yeah.
And it's the same with the behavior. Once we lie like that, they say lie, steal, and cheat. That's what we do. And I was like, I fucking never stole nothing from my sons ever. And my counselor said, no, you stole time. That you should have been in the front yard playing catch. You robbed them of that. Fuck, I almost punched them, man. I was fucking pissed. Because it was true.
Yeah.
But I still wanted to defend myself. So I just played the race card and said, you white fuck, you don't fucking know nothing.
Yes!
If all else fails,
The fuck do you know, dickhead?
All right.
You come in here with your white skin and your fucking college degree. Fuck you.
All right.
and your straight teeth.
And your fucking white teeth. Yeah. Fuck you. I don't need this shit.
I don't know how many times I got to the fucking door, man. And I was going to leave, right? But that fear, going back to where I just come from in my spirit and in my jughead, all fucked up, man. Fuck. And the director his office is right at the door. Where are you leaving this time? I said, you fuckers made me a scumbag. He says, how you figure? I said, every book you give me fucking tells me I'm a scumbag. He says, well, let me tell you something. You are a scumbag. He says, but we made you get honest. Fuck you. He goes, if you want to leave, leave. He goes, we'll give your bed to somebody that wants it. Fuck, I go back and sit on my bed. Fuck that. I'm keeping my fucking bed. I'm like, that Jedi mind chick's got me again, man.
Fucking bastards. They did it again.
So he got sober on his spike.
That's so great.
Guaranteed.
Motherfuckers
Guaranteed.
That's the way.
turning me into a piece of shit. Fuck you.
Yeah.
So those people he had to prove wrong, he's waiting until they die.
Yeah.
Then he could drink again.
No, just don't give a fuck. You know? Waste so much fucking time with that shit, trying to prove this, that, the other thing.
Yeah.
I can drink like a gentleman. I'm a lovable chap. Watch. Once we were warriors.
I seen that one.
Right?
Yeah.
That's when he's sitting at the table. He goes, look at all this fucking piss. Why are they mad at me? I'm a lovable chap.
Speaking of Jedi.
Boba. Okay, so that's 3 lies, maybe 4. Okay, so what are the other lies? What do we got?
Oh, macro. Wasn't my fault. Wasn't my fault. Oh, so they twisted your arm, poured the beer down your freaking throat. Well, no, but they wouldn't let me out of the car. They wouldn't bring me home. They go to a fucking bar. But that's how they get me. That's how they got me. They get in the car, got new weed. You like it? Plus, I lived in Racket, so they said, we're just going to go to the point, smoke, come back. No problem. On the way back, I'm like, hey, there goes my house. Oh, we're just going to go get a soda or something. In Potsdam? They pull in, they're like, fucking stay in the car, you don't want to come in. I'd sit there, and the motherfucker stood at me again. Sitting there, it only takes like 10, 15 minutes. You start cotton mouth sets in, so you got to go in. And it's like, well, you don't feel good ordering a Pepsi. I mean, can't do that. The ego won't allow it, huh?
Yeah.
So just Bud Light. There, that'll do. That's a good one.
Low carb.
Yeah.
It's hardly a beer. Yeah.
Diet beer.
yeah.
It's diet beer.
That's the way the brain, though. That brain, it plays that, and it's designed to get you out of it. It protects the ego. That's like the pride and the will. It protects the ego. So whatever, if say Josh is giving you shit, you got to come up with something to back him off. To back him off, right? Instead of just sitting there looking stupid, you should say something.
How do you know?
This is the first time a guest told me that. Instead of looking stupid, well, why don't you tell him to fuck off?
Why don't you just tell him okay, Josh? You fucking retard.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
Give him my fucking propeller hat.
I do tell him to love himself. So love yourself, you fucking retard.
There you go. So with this long in the game, and now that you see that weed is not only legal, but it's fucking everywhere now. It is so easily accessible. How do you feel about that? Like, do you look at weed as a relapse, or
Can Will smoke weed?
Well, that's not what I'm asking. Is that the thing is that obviously people that are in the program, they say no, completely off of everything. There was even a time where they looked at tobacco as a relapse. But, the big argument on the pothead side is medicine. It's medicine. So I'm curious, like, what's your opinion?
Well, my initial thought is I don't give a flying fuck if somebody goes smoke weed. I really don't. More power to you. In the beginning, I carried a Bible around that said anything with seed is God's fruit. We'd be having a party. I was in Florence, Kentucky. That's one of the reasons I got escorted out of there. And I'd open up that Bible and I said, let's see what the good book says. And I'd open it up because my boss gave it to me. He was a Southern Baptist and he was trying to get me to go to church the whole time I was there. If I got him quoting Bible, fuck, we'd stop working. And he'd go on for hours, right? So anyway, he gave me this nice, beautiful Bible, and I'd open it up, and there's those ribbons in there. I'd say, okay, right here. Well, the good Lord says to drink, but not to drunkenness. Anybody drunk here? No, okay. Then I'd open it up where the other ribbon is, and it says, whatever it was, like Galaxians, whatever, and it says, God, anything that God made that has seed is fruit of thee, God. I looked at my bag of weed, got seeds, God's fruit, let's smoke. I carried that for 3 years in that sense, okay? So back to your question is, if you don't have a problem smoking weed, don't fucking worry about it. I have a problem with it. I mean, alcohol's in every fucking store. Mm-hmm. I don't drink it. So many other things that are around, I don't do it.
Right.
Because my behavior always wants more. So you mentioned pussy, same thing, right? Touch it a little bit, you want more. You want to play with it, and you want to keep. It's only after a little while you go, I don't know if my investment to touch this is worth it. So you wonder, you know. Bring down the price a little bit. Give me 2, give me 1 free. You know, you got to barter. You got to barter. We're Indians. We barter.
You can get it from multiple companies.
Oh, yeah. No name?
We're staying away from the generic stuff. Only top shelf.
Okay.
Nothing in a discount lane. The clearance aisle is no go.
It's been adulterated.
Damn, huh?
But see, that's the point I'm making is that yes, I do believe that, you know, it is in the action. So if you're doing anything to excess, then yeah, I would say that's addiction.
Well, yeah, isn't addiction a symptom of something else anyway?
Yeah. But look at it from diabetes, right?
Yeah.
Diabetes. Does that mean go out and eat donuts and cake? My buddy used to say, my wife's trying to kill me. She left a dozen donuts right on the table.
Yeah.
Well, how many did you eat? 4? The fuck is wrong with you? He says, they were there. But that's the thing. See, we gorge instead. We binge instead.
Yeah.
Because we say slack, then all of a sudden we just go nuts. So there's no moderation. So that's the problem. There's no moderation.
No discipline.
Yeah, that too. All of that comes in.
Well, that's the big thing is that they say that that's when it's bad, when it's addiction,
Or when
it's
it-
when you feel the shame,
Right.
when you feel shame.
Or it's impacting your
I
life.
drank too much, I fucked up.
Right.
I smoked too much, I fucked up. I shouldn't have ate that, I fucked up. You obviously don't have that problem. You're good. He says, nope, I ate exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
This guy,
I had about 4 donuts before I fucking showed up here. Yeah.
So what's wrong with that?
nothing.
Nothing.
Right.
He feels no shame. He's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, look at this. I'm going to have another one later as soon as I leave here. I'm going to have another one later tonight, too, because I work tonight. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is he just knee deep in addiction, or is he actually got the? Does he know? He tricked it. He tricked the game, and he knows how to live.
I'll give him 2-4 years tops. He'll have a heart attack, and they'll
Yeah.
tell him to quit the shit.
Or he'll lose a foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, once that toe comes
That's
up.
about the time I start. I'll probably eventually start taking it serious.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll see him out on the walking trail
Yeah,
with a limp.
yeah. Like most natives, we don't.
You hear that, John?
We don't care until
Yeah.
the doctor tells us to.
Right.
That we're gonna
And even that takes 2 doctors sometimes, huh?
yeah.
That first one was white.
Fuck this white guy.
There you go.
When the fuck is Forson coming back?
Give me that Indian guy, because I can't understand him anyways. Look, I can make shit up.
Give me the doctor that throws ginger ale at everything.
He's got a cabinet full of Vicks Vapor Rub in his fucking office.
Yo, I had a urologist tell me to drink wine. I said,
Yeah.
I'm sober.
Right? Oh, man. I was in Malone Hospital. I actually had a heart attack some years ago, 11 years ago, right? So I go in there, and I'm feeling chest pain, this and that, and all that. So I'm like, they tell me, go to the hospital if you get pain. So I drive myself, right? And I get there, and they're like, it's like 11 o'clock. Just finished my shift at Partridge House. And so I didn't eat for like 7 hours, and I ate like half a bag of Lay's chips by itself because you just can't have one.
Right.
So I get there, and I tell them I'm an addict. So, they said this, that I have heart, so check this. All right. She goes, well, what we're going to do is give you some Lanacane. So she squeezes it and puts it on this thing and puts it in my mouth, right? I was telling her, holy fuck. I said, I told you I'm an addict, and you fucking give me something. They said, well, it's Lanacane. I says, yeah, like cocaine? She goes, oh, no, Novocaine, Lanacane, it all comes from the same thing, but this is non-addictive. I said, why the fuck do I want to go buy an 8-ball? I want to go get an 8-ball right now. It numbed the back of my throat, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was that whole fucking,
Yeah.
I got to do more, I guess. My heart's going to burst, but I think one more line, I'll be all right. That's a fucking addict.
Yeah.
That's where I was at. And then after that, see, not understanding the down from alcohol, say 2 times normal depression. Cocaine, the down from that is like 3 times. So if you're on cocaine and alcohol, that's 5 times normal depression. So that's the suicidal tendencies and all that shit comes in. Because it's all you depleted your dopamines. You shot your load 3 times that fucking night. And not in a good way.
Right.
Not in a good way.
Right.
Like you
That
had
is the
sex.
best way I've ever heard it in my life.
Not in the kind that leads to Planned Parenthood.
yeah, right. A whole nother line of shit. But
You shot your load 3 times that night.
that's the misnomer or the oxymoron about it, because the majority of people can't even fucking get it up on cocaine. You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
So
Is that a thing?
It wouldn't go down for me.
Oh, really?
Right.
there's a few.
Yeah.
There's a few.
I've
But
had it happen once. Yeah.
So you have a gift.
You've had that gummy worm?
Yeah, like fuck, man. This ain't happening.
Yeah, you know what? Those assholes never told me about the next day, though, with the fucking heart palpitations. Had to go see the EMT at the casino. I'd be like, I'm trying to work at the buffet, and I feel fucked up.
I've never done cocaine. I feel like I'm missing out.
no,
Don't do it.
no.
Are you sure?
As fun as we make it sound, don't
Sounds
do
super fun.
It is. You know what? It is fun. You know what?
It sounds
Jump in
fun.
the truck. When we
I
get out of
think-
here, when we get out of here.
Only the real influential
Yeah.
and uppity people do coke. So
Right.
you can't do it.
So I'm too low.
it. If you want your heart to feel like Uncle Buck's car,
Yeah.
go ahead. Here's your normal heartbeat, okay?
So I'm too low class.
Yeah.
Good.
They call that crack.
That's your normal heart.
Yeah.
Start you off at
If
crack.
the next day you want to be like,
Oof. That sounds like a trip.
Yeah, I've never had any of those heart things when I was on tour.
oh yeah, man, it sucks. It's like, oh man,
Yeah.
my fucking rhythm's off.
Yeah. Well,
I
it
feel
killed
like
Princess
a watch
Leia.
with a fucked up sprocket, just like go dunk, go dunk. It's like, oh god, what's up? I was doing Belushi lines though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's like Sam Kinison said. They just gave you a garden hose.
Megas.
Yeah, fucking rock star line.
So, Harvey, you're not recommending it?
I wouldn't.
No, okay.
I wouldn't recommend
Don't
it.
do it.
Yeah.
All right.
At your age, yeah, you're not. Yeah, you're not gonna like it anyways.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I think I'm more of an Adderall guy anyway.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, do acid then.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's tie-dye in the other room. I'm just saying. Hey, do you know the guy? Do you know?
You
the
heard
guy-
it here, folks. Harvey Herne says do acid.
I mean, him and Bill, the 12-step guy, like, the acid used to be part of the recovery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
But
should-
that's
it
why
should
they
still
added
be.
NA in there, because
Yeah.
a lot of that's where straight AAers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like marijuana maintenance program's awesome.
Right.
So as long as you're not drinking,
Yeah.
which again, more power to you if that's what does it for you. But a lot of them
I
too
like
are
this.
doing the Adderall and
Let's
stuff
go
like
there.
that.
Let's go there. How do you feel about psychedelic therapy? Explain, Josh.
Psychedelic therapy is therapy with psychedelics. Initially, psychedelic research was done by psychologists before it was all made illegal because it led to the counterculture.
Yeah, that was Freud. His whole thing was cocaine and sex.
Well, later on Huxley and all of those guys, it was LSD. LSD led to
Timothy
neurotransmitter.
Leary.
Yeah.
Yeah, all those guys, and Ram Dass. And, again, but I think it's like how you use it, not it's how you use it.
I
too.
broke down in a place called Bucksnort, Tennessee. I think,
Buck snort.
yes. I think Roosevelt Town was the same size as this place. And Okay, the whole story is we're going to this native conference, and so we busted our ass, raised some money, and I'm pretty sure we got a Winnebago from Phil Tarbell. Said, I'll donate it to your group. So we headed out.
Yeah.
But we blew the motor in this Bucksnort, Tennessee. And we got in there, and this guy gives us a ride to this motel that was, where's Elvis?
Oh, Memphis.
Nashville.
Okay,
Memphis.
we're about 40 miles from Nashville. So we get in his van. He's got no seats in it, and he's driving us. And he says, "Do you mind if I play some music?" I said, "What do you listen to? Bluegrass?" And like, "No." And country? No. So I listen to gospel. Gospel. I said, "You don't." He looked like one of the dwarfs missing an arm. Huh? So I just don't judge, like me. So what are you up to? So we told him we're going to this conference and get some healing and get some shares and this. He goes, yeah. He goes, I fast. No shit, I fasted. He goes, yeah, every year I go up on the mountainside and I sit in my cabin and I drop like 4 hits of acid and I get closer to God. And I'm like, damn, I never did that. I think I want to give that a try. I did it. Because my addictive behavior, so I want to talk to God every day.
I got a lot more shit to say.
That's one of the reasons why I don't do peyote, because I don't want it to become a crutch. See, I hear it, I listen, I sing with Mark, I sing with different guys involved in all that stuff. And the only mention I did make is I might try it if, like, say, only 5 of your guys sat with 2 or 3 of my guys and we actually sat down and did it, I'd feel more comfortable. I said, but when it gets that big, I said, I don't want to freak out. He goes, oh, you can't freak out on it. It's like not acid. And I've had a few bad trips, and it's stupid to take one more. I thought it would calm me down, but don't work like that, man. When it's in your head, man, you're fucking hang on. You're going for a ride. Huh?
That's the good part. You talk to the gods, you gotta listen.
So it's just that idea that I said, I'm still an addict because I want to do something. I want to justify. Back to one of the faces of denial. I want to justify. Because that's another whole slew of things, justification as to why I'm like this. It's all bullshit. But it is. If you want to get high, get fucking high. That's it. But if you get high and you want to die or kill somebody, then there's a problem in there somewhere. So we got to look at that. You want to get high and have a good trip. You don't want to be fucking one of those guys that get tackled in the middle of the street, bare ass. I'm going to get that priest.
It's his turn. He's gonna be on the bottom this time.
Go get my fucking broom handle.
Get my shovel. I don't care if he's dead.
Well, this has been a great show, man. Any parting thoughts here?
You don't realize how much shit is in this head.
Let it rip. Let it rip. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Well, right now it has to be more defined into the sense of which fucking file I'm going to open. Right now, I just turned the computer on. So which file are you going to come up to see what's in there to make mention of? So when you say it like that, it's too vague. Huh? Yeah. You just pop another brain cell, just go poof, candle.
Yeah.
Empty.
Do you find this getting better or worse? Like, it seems like my kids' generation all have a lingo. They all have mental health lingo. They have a lot of the recovery lingo already before even leaving school. So there's got to be some kind of outcome to that.
I haven't done no studies on this, okay?
Yeah.
But I believe it's the same as it's been. The only thing is, it's just like the people that are passing. I'm around here more. I know more. I remember more because I'm sober now, and so it feels like more. See, so our numbers have gone up in population, so it only stands to reason that more people are going to pass. So when you're looking at from an addiction and a sobriety and a cleanse and all this other stuff, I think it's the same, but the numbers are larger, but it's still equal.
Okay, like the ratio.
Yeah. There is a movement, though. There is a good, big, solid movement of the younger generation saying, I ain't doing what my parents did. Fuck that. Look at how they treated me. Look how I grew up. I ain't fucking doing that. right? And they're taking that stand. And there's always the other ones that want to be Mohawk Mafia and fucking go nuts and whatever, And it's always been like that.
Yeah.
It's always been like that.
Yeah.
I was on that side. Nobody fuck with me. You know?
What did they call themselves in your day? Who did they pretend to be back then?
As I know, we grew up with the Racketeers.
Oh, yeah.
That was the Racketeers. There was about 8 of us from Racket, and we were called Racketeers, and we'd go out down Saints.
That sounds like a fun club that's into rocketry.
Rocks, probably more thrown than that. Then cops, we always fucking fuck with the cops. And always would box them in. They'd sit in Hogan, we'd box them in. They'd go to the Racket, we'd box them in.
We're such pussies now.
What are you doing on the wrist? You're not supposed to be on the wrist.
Yeah.
Well, we're state, but we don't care. Your jurisdiction is only on that road. You're off the road. You're more than that 15 foot.
Yeah.
So leave.
Guys had such balls back then.
I was the only one that ever got arrested for driving too slow.
You got arrested for driving too slow?
They yanked me right out of the car. Took me to fucking
All right,
Messina.
I gotta hear that story real quick. Come on, how the fuck did you do that?
That right on the double highway. I had them blocked off and was going like this at about 10 miles an hour. Wouldn't let them pass.
So you were being a dick.
I gotta say,
there's that in denial right there.
no. Well, I'm gonna be honest.
There's the blame.
I'm gonna be honest. It was for a higher cause.
Jesus told you to.
No, fuck Jesus.
There you go.
That used to be my name when I was a kid.
Fuck Jesus?
Just Jesus Christ. Because every time I show up, they go, Jesus Christ, here he comes. my buddy was, oh God, not him too.
Like the dog who thinks his name is No.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry.
My Indian name is Dodik.
And I wear it well.
So what was the higher cause?
It was back in the 90s.
Ah, okay. Defending sovereignty.
Yeah.
So that cause.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
When did we stop doing that? When did we just drink the Kool-Aid and join the man?
Well, I had to go underground with it.
Yeah.
Because going back to something that Paul Thompson said, we're going to destroy the beast from the inside. So the day I got hired with the tribe for the Partridge House, one of my best friends is, this is a cold day in hell right now because you swore you'd never work for the tribe, and here you are, sold your soul. So I said, going to destroy the beast from the inside. I can't do politics when lives are at stake like that. That's all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, trying to stand something. That's the name of the new program I'm working with. 7 Dancers, Hans Equilodo. It's like to get it back up, get back up.
Yeah.
Because we're on the ground. Our minds are on the ground, just like the grieving. Got to get it off the ground, man. Got to be men again.
Right.
In a good way, though. Going back to creation story with that kinds of respect and shit like that.
Yeah.
And again, when men get to... See, now there, I got another story.
Let's hear it.
We did a men's program at Jugheads Deal. The women did it, and they invited us men, and they wanted to put on the poster sexual abuse and survivors of sexual assault and all like this. And I'm like, you're not going to get nobody. Put on there free food and free fishing. And you'll get some men. So we did. The normal group went down there, and the people were there, like Gutchie and Bev and like that group. And they said, well, what do the men want? And they heard me. I didn't mean to be heard. I said, I want to see. I said, I need a drink and I want to see something naked.
I heard that joke.
Jeff Boxer is one of them says that. So then Louise was sitting there. They go, what did he say? I think it was, now I can't think of it. She says, what did he say? Louise goes, Harvey, say it again. So of course I'm game. I said I need something to drink and want to see something naked. And oh my God, they laughed. Louise laughed. Some of them didn't laugh. They were like disgusted.
Just the ones nobody wants to see naked.
Well, there was a better group over this way. So anyway, we sat there. We went through the day. Then they said, "Okay, what did we get out of this day? That we won't talk in front of women." So the next day, they all went up the hill. They got their own tent and did that. We stayed in the arbor. So we were all talking fine. All of a sudden, they start coming down the hill, and we were like, "Hurry up, they're coming!" And it just so happens I was talking.
No shit. Go figure.
And I was talking about the Bible. I says, you go back to Adam and Eve, Genesis and all that, when God came down and called to Adam, and he said, where are you, man? And he goes, well, I'm over here. And he's like, WTF, dude? He says, well, I'm naked. Right there, he knew, huh? So he says, what the hell went down here? So he pointed at Eve. Because in order for Eve to get him to eat the apple, she bit it. And she goes, if you want to touch this, you got to eat this first. And he looked, and he was kind of, we're men. Right? Okay, I'll touch it. Took a bite of the apple and looked at Eve and said, you better back up. I don't know how big this is going to get.
Well, according to the Bible, that's where we got shame from, is because we bit that apple. Right?
Exactly.
We got shame from Christians because before we were Christians, Indians were free.
Right?
And we didn't
And
have
we
shame.
love being naked.
And we fucked all the time. And then white people came here with sin, which we had no concept of.
We did though. Not sin in that same way. When those two brothers and the grandmother, we learned abuse and we learned jealousy. We learned from that stuff. But when you look at the Bible, they added a few to it.
Yeah.
But the difference is they did it like Trump does it. Just goes and goes and goes and goes and the sinner, 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 sinner.
Yeah.
So now we started to believe it. So in reality, who made that fucking rule?
There's no rules.
All right.
Okay, well, this has been a great show. Thank you so much. We definitely need to get you back because I know you definitely got more stories up in that jughead, you like to call it. Maybe we should start this at 6. I don't know, maybe next time. We'll see. But thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on YouTube. Subscribe, please. Like and subscribe. And follow us on TikTok. We are funny as fuck. And we got Instagram. Maybe be sure to follow our Instagram, Aboriginal Outlaws Studios as well. That's our second page. And be sure to follow our sisters, hopefully pretty soon, Women's Dance. You can check out their episodes right now, available on Spotify and on YouTube. And I don't know why I got to do all this talking. You're the fucking one that works for radio. Anywho, I'm Wilbur Sunday.
Johnny B.
I'm Joshua.
Harvey Herne, thank you so much for
I'm
coming
just a
in.
guest.
You son of a bitch, you!
Just a guest.
And Moon,
The guy.
you know he definitely listens. Tell him what you got to tell him.
Who loves you, baby?
Go back to step what? Go back to step what, Harvey?
He better listen.
30 times a day, you got to tell him that.
All right, onagi fuckers. Yawa.